Hello, guys, and
Hey.
welcome to another special edition of the DC Infinite Hour. Apologies for being late. All my fault. I'm having audio issues currently, but we're making it work. We're making it work, guys. So here we are. Let me get the banner going.
We have some stuff to talk about too.
Ooh, I know.
Some good stuff.
Oh, hey, maybe. There's some good. There's some good.
Yeah.
Rob, great.
Now, did you guys get that? Yeah, you guys got the Beast Kingdom stuff I sent to you, right?
Yeah, that stuff looks fantastic, man.
Was that? I can't remember. Was that at New York Comic Con or was that before?
I don't know where.
We could also yak about that a little bit too, right?
Yeah,
we could.
I can go look at that post. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get to
as long as we give the Instagram account credit, right?
Yeah,
for it.
Yeah, it feels like they hired new designers or are taking a totally different approach to what they're doing.
Yeah,
because it is fantastic. All right, guys, go ahead.
I'm definitely more excited about this. This new direction for Beast Kingdom. Their older figures were a little janky.
Hey, listen, I have a lot of love for these Beast Kingdom. Oh, look at that! Look at that guy.
Is that a janky figure? Is that?
So, Asoka, did they get rid of the pins in the shoulders?
This is that's
like how they used to have that circular pin.
Yeah. This is one of the newer ones, but the ones that Brad's referencing are even better than this one. So,
yeah, the new ones look really good. I sent it to you.
Yeah, they look great. All right. Well, first of all, hello to everyone in the chat. Josh, happy birthday again, sir. We did wish you happy birthday on the last stream.
I want to wish Jason Langston.
Yes.
Is his birthday too?
Yeah, today's his birthday. So happy birthday, buddy.
My goodness, 2 happy birthdays.
Jason Langstrom, for those of you, I call him Langstrom, like Kurt.
I like what you did there.
He is the designer, he's like the designer, right? For the McFarlane Toy line, the DC Multiverse. So all those awesome 90s selections, you can thank Jason for that. He's an amazing young man.
Claudio's here. Patsy, Kevin, Nightwing, Darth, the Meme Talk Geek, Scott Derby.
Rob, what are you drinking? Are you sipping on that iced tea?
Sweet tea always.
Oh, you little sweetheart. All right, guys. So we have a lot to discuss, like Brad mentioned. Mainly, it's all from the New York Comic Con,
which I sadly couldn't get to this year.
You missed. I know you missed it, buddy. Maybe next year. Maybe that will be the year all three of us
make it there.
Maybe that should be our North Star, our goal.
I'd love to go. Yeah,
too.
We could meet all kinds of people too that are also from the community, like they're into the same stuff as us.
Yeah, I had a couple people asking if I was going, and then were sad that when they found out that I couldn't make it because they were hoping to meet up.
We could do a DC Infinite Hour live from
that would be cool.
Some dive bar or somewhere where they'd let us,
Or if we could just walk through the aisles, just walking and talking.
Ooh,
we could live stream it with a GoPro.
Yeah,
right. That'd be awesome.
We will make it happen, boys. I'm trying to figure out. I apologize. I didn't have time to prep much for the show. I think I'm going to do is I'm going to share Toy Shiz's screen YouTube video, and we could kind of talk about that first.
Yeah.
And go.
Do you have still shots of all the reveals?
He doesn't have still shots, but I can pause it as we're playing the video.
Because there are, I do know some Instagram accounts that have still shots.
Yeah, there were a few. Let me see.
Right, and pretty good still shots, straight on still shots, and we'll just make sure we give them a shout out.
Yeah, let me see real quick if I could find any. Just so.
First off, Josh reminded us, how did everybody's pre-order apocalypse go?
Oh yeah, we didn't do a moratorium on that.
Did everybody get what they wanted? I guess is
Yeah, or were you working and you couldn't get it? You had to wait till after work and it was sold out.
I got lucky. I was able to get everything I wanted. there was, I mean, I feel bad because even some of the information that we gave out ended up being not accurate. Like,
Really?
Like the Lightning Lad.
yeah,
I think that was the only bad one, right?
but
that we
also
gave out.
the Batman Beyond set was actually available on Walmart and McFarlane Toys, and we
Okay.
had it listed as just Walmart. So, you know, we tried our best. I think
No one's perfect.
no one's perfect,
Mistakes were made.
you know. But Brad, how did you
It
do?
was
How did you do it with your pre-orders?
Well, with the first day, I pre-ordered 2 of the Reeve Superman.
you got Lightning Lad.
Lightning Lad through you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lightning Lad through you. And then I got Mr. Terrific and who was the other character? I'm drawing a brain fart.
Grid
No.
or Baz.
Simon Baz. Yeah. I just brain farted and stunk up my office. Yeah. So I got those characters. I'm probably gonna end up tracking down the platinums for Baz and probably not Lightning Lad. And then the next day I only pre-ordered because financial, finance is always an issue. I pre-ordered the Superman Doomsday 2-pack. So that's all I pre-ordered out of everything.
Wow.
Yeah. So and you
got Skeletor
through you. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Rob got me Skeletor because he was on the Walmart site, and in Canada, our Walmart site is garbage, and we don't get those. We don't get the content that you guys get in the States. Yeah. So I didn't pre-order like a ton of DC stuff from there. I would have liked to. Like, it would have been cool to get Armor Batman and that all the Batman v Superman stuff, but
yeah,
couldn't afford it.
All right. Well, looks like everyone had a pretty good day looking at the chat. All right, let's get into the meat of the show.
Whoa, $20.
That's a first.
Stars.
Well, thank you guys. 3 shows in 5 days from some DC great. Hey, look at this. Of the stars, thank you for that.
I know this is we're on a roll right now.
I mean, this is the most consistency we've seen from the.
And this is our
DC.
off week.
I know, right? All right, let me share my screen. I brought up Toy News International.
Yep.
So that we could look at the straight on shots. Good recommendation, boys.
What's up, Scott?
He does have the straight on ones, not the ones that are on an angle.
Well, no, this is the best I could find. Do you have anything better, Brad?
Yeah, I've got the straight on shots. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, do you want to share it or do you want to send me the link?
I'll send you the link.
All right, send me the link.
It just, the straight on shots actually give a better idea of what they look like. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah.
All right.
How did you send it in the chat?
Okay, so
you've got Toy Hunters Collective has straight on shots. He's someone I follow. Toy Hunters Collective.
All the things you guys pre-ordered, what was the one that you're most looking forward to?
Okay, Asoka, I've just sent it to you, okay?
I got him. There we go. This is it, right? Toy Hunters Collective?
Can you go up? I've got it saved, so I know it's I know they've got it. Go down.
Let me go to your link.
Yeah, click the link I shared you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. Perfect. Perfect, Bradley.
And Basement Boy Banter also has them too. If you don't like the ones you see there, Basement Boy Banter's pictures are a little clear.
Yeah, I did want the first one you sent me is missing a couple of things. So give me 1 sec.
Is it? Wow, because the one that I'm looking at it doesn't have the superpowers. It's only got the
it doesn't have the platinum image either. We'll bounce around. Let me go back to the one I was on, then we'll bounce back to this one.
My superpowers wave finally shipped like 5 hours ago.
Dude, mine arrived. It's over here. It's behind me. You see it back there. All right, so let's dive into it first before we get into the good stuff. So we got a little. You might have seen our thumbnail with the multiple platinum stickers. Well done, Rob D Toys. Once again, great thumbnails. So we have a regular figure, we have a color chase, we have a unique chase characters, and apparently there's also going to be a gold one, a gold chase with like
Which
What is the gold?
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if that's just for the movie Maniacs or if that will be
could be
across
just
the
for
line.
movie Maniacs. So
Now, my only question with the platinum and the red platinum is, okay, so I understand the platinum, like we have, you know, Superman and an evil Superman or whatever.
yeah.
But what about ones that you have like Starfire and then Blackfire? Like that's a new character, but it's the same.
It's technically just a color chase, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the head sculpt's different. But
Uh,
I would
What?
assume
The head
that
sculpt's
it's
different
probably,
on Blackfire?
is it? Maybe
I
it's
don't
the
think
same.
so.
Maybe it's the same. I don't know.
yeah,
I guess
that-
you're right.
I
Yeah,
mean-
I guess you're right.
and then you got the gold label, and could also be a unique chase character, maybe. I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Well,
Like-
the gold label's store specific.
Right. But then could you
Yeah,
have a gold
Target or
label
Walmart.
and also have a unique chase character?
See, that's what the chase in store should be, I guess. I don't know.
So obviously, I mean,
So basically, they wanted to differentiate like all this so that it's easier to understand of why. Hey, I'm getting questioned. What's the standard version of the question? Well, there isn't one because he's a chase, but he's not a chase. So I guess this is how they're doing it.
He's just a less produced figure, which makes him a chase,
yeah.
right? They probably produced less of him because he's not Batman or Superman.
And
Less
when
production run.
listening to Todd, it makes sense, that hey, they're probably not going to make money off of these lesser known characters, but at the same time, that's what we've all been waiting for.
Yeah.
So more people are probably going to want those. I don't know. It's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't type situation, I guess.
I mean, I understand from a retailer's perspective, right? Like, okay, Walmart, like they're gonna get people to come into the stores like us looking for for these figures.
Yeah.
It's good for McFarlane's relationship with Walmart and with the brand holder. I think
Has
for
it
us,
just been Walmart or has it been Target too?
so far it feels like Walmart, but Brett, what do you think, sir?
Of the whole like
The whole-
different-
yeah,
different
I guess
colors?
GameStop has gotten them in, haven't they?
yeah. What do you think? Oh, it looks like you're drinking a big
Well,
flask of whiskey, Rob.
What I think is the different color labels
Yeah,
That's
are going to cause resellers and people that like, okay, so there's GNU Books in Oshawa, about 45 minutes away from where I live. And they got the red Superman, and right away they priced it at $99.99. And they do that with all those slightly harder to find ones. They just jack the price up right away. CMD store will do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're like the Canadian version of a Big Bad Toy Store, but they'll
And-
jack up. So it's like, okay, so are the color chases going to be more expensive? And does that mean that the unique chases are going to be exploited even more? I'm going to have to wait and see. But like, I do have like a feeling that it's going to affect the prices.
Well, from what we're seeing with Big Bad and Entertainment Earth, Entertainment Earth especially, you're kind of getting to be able to buy cases
Yeah.
with all the figures, and that's great. I think that's a great idea. Big Bad, you used to be able to like just happen upon a platinum like I did with that classic Superman.
Occasionally they would
But
just send you one.
Yeah, but now it seems like they're holding all the chases or the
Oh, yeah.
platinums when they're getting it in, and now they're charging double the price, I guess,
Yeah.
because not double, because if there's
More.
$30, it's $39.99. So they're charging $10 more,
Yeah.
but you're guaranteed to get it because you can buy one. But you have to be fast because they just drop it whenever. There's no set
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, exactly. It just shows up, and then if you're not there fast enough, it's gone.
And it seems like when they get the cases in, so like they had their first round of cases, and then that sold out, and then today, the Green Lantern went back up for sale, and so it seems like they got a second case in, and they held all like the figures, and they're like, okay, well now we can sell these type things. So I guess you just have to like check back every so often. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I don't think it's a great experience for the collector. Like, I feel like when I'm listening to Todd talk about it, like, hey, you're just gonna be able to walk in, pick up the figure you want. It's just gonna be at Walmart. But I mean, like, even Max Mercury, who I didn't want to pick up, I've never seen him at my Walmarts that
I see him now.
I never saw him. It's so
I never saw him at mine.
Yeah, like
it was
so
at first, it was like, no, I couldn't find him at all. And then like anything that happens on the West Coast, East Coast, typically in about 2 to 3 months later, we will get it in stores. Not always. Sometimes we get it around the same time, but Max, we can find Max. So if anybody needs Max,
well,
I got plenty in my Walmart.
It's so inconsistent, right? Like, you can find him, but I can't find him on the West Coast. And it's like, yeah, I think just from the scalpers perspective, it's great for them because they're ones who are going to be able to spend a lot of time hunting for this.
They're there right when the store opens,
right?
And they have like a circuit that they do. They go and check all the Targets and all the Walmarts, and they know what they're looking for. They know what's hot, and they buy it all up. And it's like, part of me is like, wow, I get it. They're trying to make a living. They're on the hustle. I get it, but I still see them as the bottom feeders of the action figure market because I can't help but feel a little exploited.
Yeah,
So I really
100% exploiting, right? Because they are buying something before you can get it,
and then marking the price up, which is
get back to you. It's not great.
No, and that's just technically business, right?
Right.
Buy low, sell high, but I can't help but feel it's a little scummy,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of scalpers.
No.
I have figures that like I have doubles of, and I want to get rid of them, and I usually just sell them at cost because, as I'll sell it what I paid for with tax.
Yeah.
And then shipping is on them.
Yeah.
Because I just want to get rid of it, to be honest. Like I don't need to make profit and stuff. So
well, I think the other thing is when you say it's a unique Chase character, like the question is not a unique character. He's not an A-lister, but somewhere between a B and a C. I'd say more like a B.
Yeah, but I think what they mean when they say unique Chase character, like, okay, the color Chase is not a unique figure. It's the same Batman figure, just different colors. I think what they mean by unique Chase characters is that's the character.
No, that's a good point. You're right. That's right.
There's not another version of that figure that's a different color.
Like
unique. It's a unique Chase rather than a color Chase.
But the way they described it at the panel was for the more obscure characters for the unique Chase program.
The question is a bit more of an obscure character, though.
I guess, but like he should be in the mainline DC multiverse.
I agree.
I
absolutely agree.
Well, and this goes back to the whole like what is mainline versus collector versus now Chase.
Yeah.
And or now and the digital whatever you want to call it. Like it's the same figure no matter what. It's just, are you getting more accessories? Is it a harder to find character? If it's a harder to find character, chances are it's going to be in the collector's edition or a harder Chase now, because like all the girls seem to be in the collector's edition because they don't technically sell well.
I think that the regular figures go in the toy aisle, and the collector figures, typically they're marketed towards the collector, so you find them in like the collector section of the store. That's what Todd was saying, if you remember. Now,
for me, like I'm fine with how it's been as far as like what we're getting with the collectors. I kind of would like to have extra heads instead of face plates, just so for customizing.
Yeah,
it makes it easier. I'm not opposed to the certain heads for certain ones. Like Baz makes sense because you can just plug it in. But like everyone to do that from here on out, I don't know.
I don't think
know
they
how
will.
I feel about that.
I think that faceplates will be for characters that it makes sense for, because like they're a business, and whenever they can keep the cost down, like it's cheaper to manufacture and tool faceplates than it is a whole new head.
I mean,
it's less plastic and less tooling.
Like my thing is, and I don't want to jump ahead, so but since we're talking about the faceplates, like someone like Guy Gardner, I don't see a faceplate being able to be used because he has a skin tone.
Right.
Plus his hairstyle.
You don't want
I would think that there's going to be like one with the modern hair and then one with like the bowl cut. Yeah. At least that's what I'm hoping is in there.
If it's a collector figure, they've been getting into doing multiple heads. So
yeah. And
I don't think you're far off the mark.
With the collector edition, I'm hoping that, yes, we're getting characters that we wouldn't get in the main line, but we're also getting like newer sculpts or extra sculpts. Like Hasbro uses the same body style, but they like add on parts to the body with extra tooling and stuff, even though the base body is the same. And that's what I would like to see more of with McFarlane.
Yeah. Well, you know that Guy Gardner is going to get more than one release. That is for sure, because he's all new tooling pretty much, isn't he? We'll see later on in the pictures, but he looks
I'm sure the arms and legs are probably the same, but the boots, gloves, and then the chest, I'm guessing, is going to be like a soft body.
Yeah. It's a lot of new tooling. So we'll definitely see it again.
I mean, I just feel like you're tired of seeing me at Walmart. Like the greeter knows who I am.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've gotten that relationship.
Oh, hello, man boy.
Hey, yeah. It's like, it's sweet. You know, I appreciate the hospitality. I'm like, God dang it, man. I need to stop going to Walmart so much. Like, it's working. As much as I don't like this program, it has gotten me to go to these stores way more than I would.
Which is the point, right? That's
the point.
And I'm just gonna do a service to all those out there. Please be careful in the Walmart parking lots. I had an accident, and multiple times probably people have accidents just from pulling out. People don't stop. They just fly through because they want to get to where they're going, and they don't even see you pulling out. So
same scenario can cause you to have a baby, guys. So be careful.
Statistically, most accidents happen in parking lots. I learned that years ago, because people don't follow the rules of the road in a parking lot as well.
No,
like technically you're supposed to signal in a parking lot. If you have the option to turn left or right, you're supposed to signal. And people don't signal in parking lots. They back out without looking properly.
Yeah. But then we got the meme team. My favorite part about collecting is the hunt. So maybe there's a group of people that actually kind of like this, because it is creating much more of a hunt for fun.
The meme team, are you older than 35 or younger than 35?
I mean, you can tell us your age. We don't know who you really are. So, I mean, you know.
And also, are there a lot of scalpers in your area? Because people that have a lot of scalpers in their area, hunting is bullshit for those people. They can't find nothing, at least not for the first while, until maybe they're lucky enough to get a restock and the popularity of that character has died down. So the scalpers have moved on to other things.
Collects with his pop.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
well,
good.
Then I think as you get older, you're like, I don't want to hunt anymore.
I know, you really do.
I don't mind, actually. Like, I just wish that they got stuff here. The only place I can go to get Multiverse in town now really is GameStop. That's it.
I don't mind hunting if it's like you're hunting for a wave, and there's going to be like more than just one of the figure you're looking for. I mean, this has been around since we were kids, right? Like, obviously, but like with this unique chase character, like the ratio of figures is all over the place. So like, is it worth hunting if there's literally going to be only one figure in the whole case? I don't know. You know. But anyways, let's move on to more fun topics. I think we beat this up enough, right? Let's go
on. We're humping a dead horse. Like it, horse.
Sorry. That was way funnier than I think other people thought. I thought it's fucking hilarious. Oh, Bradley, you're one of my favorite people, buddy. I gotta tell you that.
I got my Batmobile, by the way. Side note.
Oh, which one?
I got my light up Batmobile from Batman Forever.
Finally, what do you think?
I haven't opened it yet. And I got And I got Shining Knight. They had that at my GameStop. I got a friend that whenever he goes there, he takes pictures of the stuff he knows I don't have, my friend Morgan, and he sends it to me. And I'm like, oh, and then I rush out and try and get it. So I got, it was a good day.
Awesome, dude. Can't wait to see your review.
I don't know if I'm going to review it.
Hey.
Well, because I'm so late with it. It's like not worth it.
Brad, how many times have I told you, bro? People just love to hear you talk about it. Even after you and I have talked about it, like, you know, on the phone or whatever, I'll still go watch your video review of it to hear you talk about it more.
Yeah, I don't know. Like for me to put in the amount of time, like I want to be able to reach a certain number of people, and I'm so late with this Batmobile, you know.
Well, I think it's worth you reviewing. But all right, we lost Rob for a second. There he is.
No, I just went to look at something.
All right, let's start off with these figures. We got Orion, Wildcat, Aqualad, and Superman.
That's technically Tempest, isn't it? I think he's called Tempest like that.
Yes, that is. You are absolutely correct. And every time someone says Aqualad, I'm like, it's Tempest.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's my boy.
That's Aqualad grown up though, right? Is that like to Nightwing, like Robin Nightwing,
or like Arsenal and Speedy and
He was called, like, in continuity, he was called Aqualad before he renamed himself Tempest when he got older, right? The same as Nightwing used to call himself Robin and
it seems like they did that with like all that generation.
Yeah, well, and Donna Troy, she just used to go by Wonder Girl, and now Cassie goes by Wonder Girl, and Donna Troy just goes by Donna Troy.
Yeah. I mean, what do we think about the selection?
You go first, Rob.
Please.
Orion is an absolute must. Any New Gods I'm probably picking up.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence with Wildcat just because like we've had this discussion like multiple times. I'm trying to stick with just figures that I won't put in storage.
Yeah.
I would love to build out my JSA, so I'm kind of drawn to it. Wildcat looks like he's on that Superman electric blue
Superman buck. Yeah, it looks like it. So does
Tempest,
Orion too.
Yeah, Tempest is an absolute must. So Orion and Tempest for sure. Fleischer Superman looks cool, but I think I might actually pass on that one just because.
Really?
It's just I don't know. I mean, it's cool. I have a superpowers one that I love.
With that logo though, Rob, they did one like that.
I mean, I like it. Like it's on the Action 1000 body, and like I don't know.
Tired body buck.
I would if it was on the Crisis body, 100%. I'd probably pick it up.
Which technically, I mean, if you think of like how thick and how like girthy and strongman-y the Fleischer Studio Superman is, it would have made more sense to have him on that other buck rather than this one, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that I won't pick it up, but like, I'm just trying to think of what's coming down the pike later on, and how much space I still have, and where do I want to go? I mean, what do you think of the Orion sculpt? Like, I mean, the headpiece and everything.
Love it. It reminds me of what was it? Oh, geez, it was a story.
Was it War of the Gods?
No, in that same story, that's where John Stewart accidentally kills that planet.
Oh yeah, that's in the Justice League cartoon, isn't it?
Right, but it happened in the comics first.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that called? Not War of the Gods. It wasn't New Gods. Might have been War of the Gods. Might have been. I can't remember. I read it a long Cosmic Odyssey. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. It reminds me of what he looked like the head in Cosmic Odyssey. Right. As far as I'm going to start from the Superman and work my way down.
Yeah.
I would like that we had if we were to get like an unmasked Orion.
It'd be nice if the other head came in the package.
Yeah.
Right. Fleischer Superman. It's funny. The cartoon, the blue looks, see how dark that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks that dark, and so does the red, but it didn't originally look that dark. Whenever you see the remastered one and they bring it back to how it actually looked, the blue and red were much more vibrant. But over the years, because like film degrades, right? Before it was fixed and remastered to bring it back to its original quality, that's the colors that it was. Yeah. So maybe they sampled the old cartoon colors to come up with this, so it actually does look like the old faded, film reel. Just little nitpick. I don't know.
Awesome.
Check it out. Like, put them up side by side on the screen, like at your own leisure, whenever you're, and just like look at the difference in color. Tempest, like I want to build up my Titans.
Yeah.
So Tempest is a must, and then I have to build up my Justice Society. So Wildcat is a must. Like I love it when you're going deep, and the figures look good. Wildcat's simple.
Yeah.
Like it's like a new head sculpt and new from the forearm down arms. Sorry, from the elbow down arms. Which is good because in a wave, like he's like, it's going to make sense that Todd's going to have some figures that have more tooling and some figures that have less new tooling.
What I like about this wave too is that 2 of the figures help to build out 2 separate teams.
Yeah,
actually 3 if you count like the new gods that they're starting.
Yeah, and Orion gives me hope that we will see a big Barda and a Mr. Miracle and a Light Ray. I really am hoping, and I really want to see Granny Goodness.
I would think that Light Ray would probably be next, but I could be wrong.
I hope the next one's Mr. Miracle and Barda 2-pack.
That would be great.
That's my dream 2-pack, and like a proper size Barda, not like little Barda from the DC Universe Classics.
Yeah,
an actual big Barda that stands like 3/4 of a head or a head taller than
like
Mr.
not
Miracle.
quite kind of like Lobo size, right? Something like that, or larger.
Like that height's pretty
good. She only has to be like a head.
Yeah, like taller, Lobo. Right? Lobo's taller. Is he only like a head tall? He's not like a mega fig, but he's taller.
But he's bigger.
Yeah, he's like a head taller than everybody.
But yeah, I'm stoked for all 4 of these figures. I'll definitely order all of them. I won't be passing any of them for sure.
I might skip Wild. I don't know. Once I see better pictures, I do have a Wildcat.
And then of course, like the bundle packs. It
might just be because I do love all. Great selection, very diverse, interesting selection. Like you guys mentioned, it's great that you can actually build out teams with these.
Yeah, and this is the main line, right?
Yeah, there's no platinum logos on them.
I think so. Yeah, I don't see any platinum indications.
Yeah, they're all regular.
Yeah, because Orion's obviously he is going to come with the most because he has his like flight thing.
Yep.
We are in Praeternia. That is the Instagram account.
Yeah, that's my boy.
I
don't know if he wants to say his name, but
he took fantastic pictures.
Now this is a very interesting concept.
Well, it's based off the game.
Right.
It's based off the old Sega / Super Nintendo fighting game.
Yes.
The Justice League Task Force. I don't think it's based off the comic.
It's not based off of the Justice League Task Force comic book. If they do that, that would be pretty freaking sweet.
You can tell when you look at the highlights on Aquaman and Superman and Batman, and then look at the game, right? It's the same, pretty much the same highlights that you get. So I think it's absolutely based off the game.
It's a fun concept. I'll give it that. Like it's, like you said, Brad, it's based on a game. It's interesting. Like at least it's not.
The shading is very interesting. It reminds me of like the NECA, like video game shading that they did.
Oh yeah.
For like Batman, and then they also did it for like the Ninja Turtles and stuff like that.
Now I've got some pictures on my Instagram that actually people zoomed in and took close-up pictures of, say, the Flash and Superman. And the thing is, from what I could tell, their logos aren't painted on like nice and smooth like they're stamped on. They're a little bit rougher looking. So like, for example, like someone like me, I would buy this wave. And then I would be like, okay, well, let's use let's use a cotton ball with acetone and remove the highlights off the Flash and off of Superman and off of Aquaman, because I'm just not digging the highlights, but I do dig the figures.
Yeah.
But then you got to deal with the emblems, which also don't look nice and crisp. So I've got pieces that I can use for the Flash and for Superman, like 3-dimensional emblems for Flash and Superman. But if you're someone that is like thinking on buying these to, and you're like, I'll just remove the paint, just be aware that the symbols are also, they're like pixelated.
And these are obviously figures that we've seen before, but
yeah, for the most part,
I kind of feel like we could see them maybe again not pixelated. Maybe
I do wish that Superman. I like that Superman head sculpt quite a bit. Actually, I'm sorry. I wish it wasn't so over. It
looks just like the game. I compared it to the game. It looks like just like the game.
It looks like they used the head from Death Metal.
What the heck? How did that guy get it already?
This is
so that's the Nightfall body, obviously.
Yeah. Now look at this. Why is it so not clear? Is that just coming through that way, or is the picture blurry?
No, the picture's blurry. Let me see if there's
because you can look at the symbol and you can see that the symbol itself doesn't look clear, but you can't see it in that picture.
So then, do you think that eventually they'll make a Wonder Woman and Green Arrow?
Maybe.
Possibly.
That dark side is sick, right? Doesn't have the cape. And in theory, all you have to do is remove the highlights.
It's a darker color for sure.
If it's molded in the darker color, then all we have to do is remove the highlights and you have a nice dark side.
Yeah, I got to say, this dark side is awesome. Like, even with the shading, like, I dig it, I'll
definitely buy the wave.
Of course, I removed my cape and stuff, and then this comes out.
You did a great job, though.
It's how it always goes, though, right?
You did a great job. I can't even tell that yours didn't come like that.
Well, I still got to paint it because I can see, like, if you hold it up to the light, you can see where I sanded it down. But for me, I probably will pick up this entire wave just so I can build that dark side. Not sure about the hair of Aquaman, obviously.
You're supposed to be underwater.
Yeah.
I think it would have been great to get Wonder Woman instead of Aquaman. I mean, just use that beautiful Wonder Woman buck.
Yeah.
Get it back out there.
For me, Aquaman has the classic belt.
Yeah.
And that's what I love most about that figure. Wally looks amazing, even though he's obviously on the Blue Beetle buck. But everything about it is perfect. So I want that just for my 90s Wally, like the Mark Waid.
Yeah.
Batman looks great too.
The only thing
I think Superman's just kind of like, I don't know.
The only thing I wish was different, like aside from the fact that like I'm not really super keen on the highlights, is I wish they used a different head sculpt for Batman.
Because the open mouth.
Yeah. But I'm not. I like a more neutral face. I know some people like that, like they like the gritting teeth, but it's just my preference. I would rather they not use that.
I like gritting teeth, but if you're gonna do that, give us a neutral head also.
Yeah, like a secondary head.
Yeah.
So this is a very interesting Swamp Thing.
I don't know what to think of it.
I have no familiarity with this version of Swamp Thing, so it's hard to get excited for it. It is a very, very cool design and sculpt.
What does that say? Swamp Thing number
57 to 54.
57 to 54.
Yeah,
backwards. It should be 54 to 57.
Oh wait, 57. Maybe my eyesight's I can't read it. Maybe 58. No, I don't know.
I just don't. I don't ever remember him. It must be very specific to a story. They've given him a new head sculpt and like a new chest and there's new stuff on his arms, but I just don't ever recall him looking like that. So I have no attachment to this version of the character.
Yeah,
it looks good, but
it looks good. Yeah, it looks really good. It's just you're right. I don't have much of an attachment. I guess it's based on
The Last of Us Swamp Thing.
Like
That's
this,
totally it.
like that version of Swan Lake. I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So go back to this one. All right. So that's fall 2024. So we're still in 2024, boys. Okay. This though, I mean, the Batman and Robin Batmobile. I mean, you guys know how I feel about that Batmobile.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to take off that white knight one.
Well, I'm gonna take the tumbler off because I have the Hot Toys tumbler. It was in the. It's right there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I just think that you should do movies and.
I know, but I love that White Knight Batmobile.
It is a sweet Batmobile. Indeed. This is not my favorite Batmobile. I'll be honest. Like out of all the movie Batmobiles, it's the one that I like the least. But since I've been collecting all Todd's Batmobiles, and I have a nice collection of Batmobiles in that scale, like I'll probably get it. Like the completionist in me is like, yeah, you might as well. You got the rest. And you get another Clooney figure, which is fun.
No, you don't.
Figure not
It
included.
says figure not included.
Where?
In red, right there.
Oh, I said
right
I couldn't read
there that I'm pointing.
I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't see that.
I do wish that the red was green,
Batmobile.
just for consistency.
Do you think that there's orange lights in the front and red lights in the side, or do you think that they've tinted the plastic?
No, there's orange. It's orange in the front.
Okay, so
the color it looks like the turbine in the front, like is orange, like that spins.
Yeah,
that looks awesome.
Actually, Toy Shiz has a reel of it. Let me find that real quick. I mean, I just love this Batmobile so much. I do. Let's go to the Shiz's reels. Where is it? There it is.
Look how shiny it is.
Yeah, that looks nice. Eh?
Look at that.
That does look really nice. And in like
in the front is like a bat. That's half the bat. But yeah, it just looks awesome. Actually, this looks cooler than what was in the movie. Even though it's the movie.
You can so tell that they designed this to sell toys.
Oh yeah.
You know, this was like
it's like a roadster Batmobile.
Pardon?
It's a roadster Batmobile.
Yeah.
So sweet.
You know what? I would probably like it better if it didn't have an open cockpit. I like my Batmobiles to have a closed cockpit.
For this, I mean, listen, yeah, typically, but man, I don't know, I just dig it.
And what is that windscreen doing? It's so short.
Hey, don't try to apply logic to any of this.
Batman's gonna have like bugs and shit all over.
What is the wig?
He has to put like a scarf over his mouth when he drives so he doesn't end up swallowing June bugs and beetles.
He drove this in the I guess was it June, July when it took place, because then Mr. Freeze. I don't remember.
What are they specified?
Yeah, I'll probably pick it up.
The Joker movie. I still haven't seen the new one, but from the first one, I'm still excited for this. Because that looks cool.
I'm on the fence about it. Like, I really liked the movie, the first movie. Really, really liked it. Still haven't seen the second one. What I've heard so far, and I've gone in deep and I've listened to a lot of people like who liked it and didn't like it. And so far, I'm not like that impressed with it. Like, I'll still see it, but I'm not going to pay to go into the movies to see it.
So Brad,
Joaquin Phoenix is not my Joker. So so that's really why I'm on the fence. It's because it's like, I don't really care to have the other dude, and the backdrop, it's like, well, I don't really care to have that. It would be just the Joker figure. So if that Joker figure was a single release, I'd be much more, inclined to buy it.
You don't want a Robert De Niro action figure, Brad?
No. I don't need Robert De Niro. Not when I got Morgan Freeman.
But they'd be so great together. You could do this whole little multiverse of like.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
You talking to me? Well,
yes,
I am talking to you.
You know, Rob D Toys is going to put the Robbie D head on the Green Lantern buck.
Yeah. No, this is a pass for me.
Wow, look at that. Just like very nice.
Just because I'm trying to go back to the whole movie wave thing. Like I used to not pick up waves unless, I somehow loved it enough to pick it up. Of course, I bought like everything BBS because that's my jam. But I loved the movie of Joker. It's one, I don't see it going anywhere as far as like other figures and stuff. And
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need a Joaquin Phoenix like figure. I don't know. Like I can like it without needing the property. Like
you can like it without liking it in your hand as well, like needing to own it.
Yeah, like Star
Like it
Wars.
from
I love
afar.
Star Wars, but I've
What
sold
if-
everything Star Wars, and I can like Star Wars without owning anything Star Wars.
But what if they do a Jack Nicholson Joker?
I absolutely have to have
All
it.
over that like a fly on turd.
Again,
Yeah.
wouldn't you have to have the Joaquin one to complete all the movie
No.
Jokers?
No.
Because then that's like he would also need the Joker from Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Well, I would do that just because he was in Justice League. But
Now, if they released the Justice League version of that Joker, I would like that.
I would buy that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like, that is a cool looking
but-
concept.
I'm not buying the Mafex version of it or whatever.
Oh, that's right. They are doing a version of it.
Yeah. No, I'm not buying that. So
Yeah, me neither. I had to slow down on my Mafex.
just like I haven't bought any of the, besides Batman and Superman, I haven't bought and Nightwing. I haven't bought any of the Hush figures until they come out with the Tim Drake.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's willpower right there.
Yeah.
Speaking of willpower, another shot of Simon Baz. We've
Mhm.
seen all of these except for Geoforce. Are you guys excited about Geoforce?
I'm excited about Geoforce. It makes me think that we're gonna get Metamorpho.
Ooh.
Geoforce was in Task Force Extreme, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Because that's a team I would like to build.
I remember him
but-
from The Outsiders.
But
Batman
then
and the
you would
Outsiders.
need like Booster Gold in his like super armor and Blue Beetle and like Maxima and all of them.
Well, that's from the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Monarch was one of the villains. Obviously, Hawk. Yeah.
They're all faceplates though, eh? Except for
Yeah.
Lightning Lad. Although
No, Lightning Lad has faceplates, but he also has an extra head.
yeah, there's one
Because-
extra head and then two faceplates. How does that work? Because then you end up with a seam right here.
I don't know. I guess we're gonna see.
Okay, I didn't think they were going to do that. That's
No, you're wrong.
Like with a mask, you can hide it, but
Lightning Lad doesn't have a mask, right? So how do
Right.
you like you could put it on in such a way with Simon Baz that it looks right, it looks okay, and they could do the same
Yeah.
thing with the Huntress, right? You could totally make it so that the head
Now-
doesn't.
when Todd was talking about this, he was talking about magnets. I'm like, they're not magnets on there, buddy. They're
No,
just
they're a
like-
peg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Geoforce is going up for pre-order anytime soon yet, right? Is he going to just be an in-store
no.
exclusive?
He's a Target exclusive.
I can probably get you one. But
I'm
I
so
don't know if
tempted to
it's-
drive to the States to go to Target, but the problem is I don't want to get to the Target close to the border where all the other Canadians have ransacked it, and there's nothing there.
How far away is that, Brad?
Well, for me to drive to the States, I'm looking at what, 5
Oh yeah.
hours plus the border.
Yeah.
And then I
That
gotta
makes
like
sense.
find the Target, and it's like I might find nothing there. I could check every Target in like Detroit or Buffalo.
you should like really call your senator and stuff or whatever you
I don't know
have
senators. Oh, we do have
And-
senators, but they're not really.
and just be like, we need targets in
Well, we
our
had
area.
Target. They came up to Canada, and
That's
then they
right, they
shit the
didn't
bed.
do
They
it.
opened up way too many, way too quick. And they took over the Zellers locations. A lot of Zellers. Zellers was like ghetto Target. It wasn't always, but it got like that near the end. And so Target took over a bunch of Zellers locations, and they opened way too many, way too quick. Ran out of funds. They shit the bed is what happened.
Pack says, do it, Brad. Live stream the drive and we'll super chat your gas.
That'd be awesome.
I would support that.
But I can't, because in the States you can get unlimited like internet, like through your data program, through your data, for your cell
Yeah.
phone. We don't have that here. We have unlimited, but it slows down after you've used up your total. So I think
Well,
I have like 20, and then
it
once
does
that's
that
done,
for me too. I think it's like 32 or maybe 50. I don't know.
but I know people that have unlimited data. That's how you
Yeah.
see. That's how live streamers that live stream and like go out and like into the world. That's how they do it. It's because they have unlimited data. They pay like out the nose for it.
You should just move to the States.
All
I
right.
don't know.
I do wish I could visit more often, though. That's for sure.
That'd be nice. We got Captain Cold, Power Girl. Look, hey, there's a girl. And Guy Gardner.
Isn't it cool how Captain Cold is mostly a reuse of the previous one?
Yeah.
Like
That's
is a
really smart retooling.
Yeah, it's clever, right? That means his boots and his clothes are a little bit more technical and gussied up than Captain Cold would usually be. He's a much more simple design, but it works.
But it looks great.
Yeah, it works.
Power Girl, I think, looks fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, so it's great. Streaky, already posed. Look, Rob, a cat for you, buddy.
I know. I'm all about this. Technically, Streaky should be with Supergirl,
Yeah,
but
Kara.
so obviously Supergirl or Power Girl looks like one Superwoman and Wonder Woman body buck is what it's looking like to me.
I can't tell at this point yet. Could be.
Guy Gardner is I'm hoping is on like the newer like body.
I wonder if he'll have sweater legs and sweater arms.
I know you don't like this, but I'm kind of hoping.
I like
it, but
I wouldn't mind the sweater arms and the
Yeah.
turtleneck part. That would make sense. I just hope the
So-
pants are smooth.
I'm hoping that with him, like I said earlier, that we get a bowl cut and then this newer hairstyle.
Yeah. Sans bowl cut.
Without a
Ooh,
faceplate,
nice.
I'm hoping.
We'll
I guess it would show a faceplate if they did this here. Is this the collector's edition or what is
It's
this?
collector edition, it says.
Okay, good. So then all of these have platinums. I'm just trying to think like what would it I mean, I'm thinking it would be his warrior clothes, like basically the same thing, just but like
Could be a Red Lantern.
jeans, Red Lantern would be cool. Or
Yeah.
I still want his like tattooed warrior body.
Yeah.
They could do that 90s Yellow Lantern Guy Gardner with this. It's not exactly the same, but I mean, that's never stopped Todd's team.
You mean like the warrior style with the jeans and the blue?
Yeah, he has the G on in front of his jacket.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
He just called himself Guy Gardner back then.
Yeah.
Dude. I forgot about that, Brad.
Yeah.
What about
Guy looks like almost all new stuff though, like the boots, the shirt, the head, the gauntlets. Like,
what do you think Power Girl's like gonna be?
I don't know. This is almost my favorite version of Power Girl. My favorite version has a different belt, so they almost got her exactly like I like her. But they might do the new 52 version. Well, that's almost the new 52, basically. I just hope they don't do the current version because the Super Family right now, I think that they look ridiculous with their jackets and like.
Oh yeah,
They do, but I wouldn't mind getting it as like a completionist for that. But
I don't know what they'll do, to tell you the truth.
I was thinking, could it be Supergirl? Because she is like
chest
technically
that
the
big?
same person. You know, her chest is obviously smaller, and she's not that big as far as muscular. What about Captain Cold too? Like,
I don't know what they would do for his platinum. That would be because I was thinking about that. I'm like, what would they do? But I don't know.
maybe they'll just do a black and white version. I don't know.
That'll be a peg warmer if they did that. I like them though.
So we have Thomas Wayne. Wait, is this basically the old one? Just
It is. It's the same one.
It's the same
Okay,
one.
the Batman head sculpt there. Is that the same Batman head sculpt?
No, I think that's a new head
That looks
sculpt.
new. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, the body's probably the same. I can't tell if it's going to have a cloth cape or just the plastic cape.
Well, I can tell you that what the picture they've chosen, that's definitely not a cloth cape.
Yeah.
That's certainly a plastic cape.
Since I already have the figure and I never bothered to get the unmasked version, the only reason I want this set is for Zoom or Professor reverse.
Yeah, I had
Flash.
both of the Thomas Waynes, but yeah,
Yeah.
that zoom is pretty dope.
I don't
I
mind
mean,
another.
since it's on that Flash body book, the Blue Beetle book.
I definitely want the reverse Flash. Like, there's
Mhm.
no question in my mind. Like that he'll replace my Rebirth reverse Flash on the
I
shelf.
think he's going to be up there with the DC Essentials.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fantastic, and I don't mind having the extra Thomas Wayne. If he has a new Batman head sculpt, I don't mind.
Yeah.
From what I can tell, this one looks like it's going to be a really cool looking Batman head sculpt.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm down with it. I will pre-order this. Deck Gorilla Dough.
So we got DC and the Monsterverse merging a little bit, crossover. We got King Kong versus Batman, and apparently you get King Kong, a mini Page Punchers Batman, and a 7-inch Hush Batman.
Yeah.
Brad, is this a new head sculpt?
It looks like it. Yep.
Right.
Really?
Yep.
Sorry.
Dollars to Donuts. That's a new head sculpt.
Even on the larger one, or is that the larger?
That is the larger one.
Yeah, I don't have a good picture of the smaller one.
Look at the shape of the head and look at the teeth. That's absolutely a new head sculpt.
Oh, am I going to have to buy this?
And the gray, black, and yellow look really good together.
Yeah, they do.
They're not going to fix the ankles. That's my only. Like, I looked at that and went, oh no, not the screwy ankles again that I'm going to have to Dremel out and fix.
Well, can we? There's got to be a black new boots somewhere, ankles that we can just like swap out somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's taller than most of the characters, so I shorten him a little bit too. Can we go
I
back
wish
to
the cape
King
was
Kong?
claw or wired.
I am a big fan of King Kong and the whole Monsterverse, so I think I'll definitely pick this up.
The only thing that I don't like about it is it looks like the articulation on this is butt.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true.
Like, look, nothing in the groin. It looks like he articulates at the shoulders. I don't think he does at the elbows. It kind of looks like it on the one on the right, but the one to the left, you can actually see. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so the shoulders, he swivels at the waist.
Can you zoom in on that at all? Or no?
Oh, yeah. Sure can.
Nothing in the ankles. He's basically a statue.
It's not really letting me zoom in.
I feel like he would sell better if he was articulated.
He just kind of looks like a chug.
He's just standing there. I feel like not having him articulated is a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. He's still a good looking figure.
Yeah.
But
looks good. But zero possibilities for posability.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like just a vinyl.
Great sculpt. I don't know why he wasn't articulated.
Especially being King Kong, man. He's got to
yeah.
You know.
I straight up would have used him as a Halloween decoration. Right, for the Monsterverse. I buy like figures like this to use at Halloween, and I put them out around my house at Halloween. So I absolutely would have used that King Kong as a Halloween decoration. I would have had him climbing my chandelier.
I do love these pictures too. I don't know
hey, Brad.
Do this, but
yeah.
James said, which he's totally right. You could use Animal Man ankles. I obviously using my Animal Man ankles for my Wave Rider, but maybe get another one.
Yeah, you could. But I have one in box and one that I've got like on the shelf with my good guys.
Yeah.
What I do is I Dremel out the inside of Batman's ankle so that the rounded hinge will set in. And so the top of his boot and the bottom of his the bottom part of his boot actually touch. And it shortens him and it stabilizes him.
And finally, some new powers reveals.
Yeah.
I love this whole wave, man.
Mm-hmm. Although, is that Lobo from the cartoon, the Superman cartoon?
It looks like it. Definitely the square jaw is very animated, Superman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
That was
What I
the-
love about Robin is he's in the exact pose as the old school one with the
Yeah.
karate chop.
Yeah, only Jason Todd. Yeah. I like the whole wave. Getting Jay Garrick is fantastic. Of course, there has to be a Batman and a Superman. So it's like Black Superman, regeneration suit, and maskless Batman. But
Yeah,
I'll take
I
them.
think maskless Batman is probably the weakest in the wave for me.
For me, it's Lobo because he's so animated looking. Like I'm gonna get him, but I wish he didn't look like a cartoon. I wish he matched the basic look of these figures. If he is what I think he is, right? Like he might not look like that in person.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, that whole wave is a must. I'll just buy the whole.
Yeah. You know what I missed on? The 3-pack. I got to figure out how I'm going to get my paws on it because
I'm sure GameStop gets it in because I usually see those at GameStop.
I missed it too, so
I don't think I saw it the last one at my local GameStop. I'm like prolific
up?
for how often I go there.
Is it up for pre-order still on Amazon?
I don't know. If it is, you could send me the link. I checked Big Bad Toy Store and I checked. Because I had it in my cart at McFarlane Toy Store, but then all those pre-orders came up and I was like, okay, well, they take priority. So I pre-ordered all of the McFarlane 7-inch figures and I was like, okay, I might have a little bit left to like add this to the second day order, right? And they were gone. They were out of stock. So I tried to pay and they were like, something in your cart. The number has changed.
All right, my friends. Well, that concludes our coverage.
Oh, there's one more. There's one more thing, dude.
Which one?
No, you can still pre-order it.
Where?
Through Amazon.
Could you send me the link? That'd make me very happy.
Yeah, I'll send.
Right, we'll save the Beast Kingdom for the next show.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to say that. There's just one more thing from the con that was revealed. Hush 2.
Oh, in comic book news.
Yeah, Hush 2. And the whole they got the band back together for it.
Man, I'll be honest with you. I am nervous about Hush 2.
Me too.
Because I love Hush 1.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, it's more than recommended Batman reading. It's essential Batman.
It's you know, again, it's one of my favorite Batman stories. So like Jim Lee still has it. Like I think his chops are still there. Jeff Loeb, I haven't read anything he's written in years. So I'm excited, but also like you know, I mean,
but you also don't read that many comics, right?
Not as much as I used to. I mean, I started reading the new Absolute stuff, the recent stuff, but yeah. I mean, I do love that it's in. It's not like a mini series. It's actually in the Batman issue 150. What is he talking about? In 158, March of next year. So yeah,
they're really trying to build hype for it.
I mean, listen, dude. I mean, the first Hush. I wonder if Jim Lee's going to do it consecutively like he did with the original Hush, like not miss an issue. So
I think if he's getting the band back together, then I would assume he's going to try to as much as he can reproduce what they did with the last one.
That was a magical time, dude. That was such a great story. Reading it,
yeah.
You know,
we had Batman Hush, and I believe after we had Superman for Tomorrow.
Yeah,
it was after, right?
Yeah, that was the sequel. Like a year later, I think they did.
Yeah,
Brian Azzarelli. I can't ever say his name right. I apologize.
And Superman for Tomorrow was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, Jeff Loeb. I mean, Jeff Loeb is, man. He's a legendary DC writer. I know he's been with Marvel for the past few decades on the Marvel television side, but his like Superman Batman run.
He also wrote for TV shows too.
Yeah, he's great. He wrote Commando, I think, back in the day. Yeah,
that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he's yeah. So you know what? You're gonna be optimistic about this, Brad. You're right. You know,
I think it's going to be pretty good. Like they know what they're doing, and they know how important it is to people. So I can't imagine them cocking it up too bad.
Yeah, I think
I'm very hopeful.
It'll be good. It'll be good. All right, my friends. Well, that's a wrap for the show tonight. Thank you for sticking with us. Again, we've been doing a live. We did Thursday, We did Wednesday, Thursday, and today. So we'll probably take a break for a week or two, unless some more news comes out this week. But Brad, Rob, as always, thanks for making it happen tonight. Rob, thanks for the beautiful thumbnail. Brad, thanks for being beautiful.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
Everyone in the chat, we maxed out 150 people. Thanks for
awesome.
watching.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Awesome. That is truly awesome.
Let us know if you like this sort of frequency of a show. I don't know if we can do this every week or multiple times a week, but I think we sure enjoy it. So thanks for watching, guys. And with that, we'll see you next time on
We're out of here.
DC Infinite.